So, the other day we made a video talking about Vancouver Canucks franchise owner, Francesco Aquilini, and we spoke about the whole "there will be blood" of it all. I've abandoned my boy. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do the Daniel Day-Lewis on y'all anymore. But anyways, we spoke in this video about how the Vancouver Canucks and the city of Vancouver ended up signing a memorandum of understanding that would commence the thinking of building a practice facility. Not the actual building itself. They didn't start digging. They didn't start, Tom Cruise digging it up over there. But they just said that they're going to start thinking about it. It's going to be put into place, and the statement and everything, we read it all on the channel. It's on the video. This is Britannia Rink in Vancouver on Venables and Commercial Drive. You probably are familiar with the area. We don't necessarily need to go into Google Street View, but just right away, you take a look at Britannia Oval on the side, you take a look at the secondary school right underneath, and then you take a look at the rink itself. This rink, it's not a part of the biggest building on the block, literally. And we all understand that Vancouver, it's really, really tight. Real estate is not the most easily available thing to acquire in this city. But then again, like Francesco Aquilini, billionaire, the Aquilini family, they've got a lot of real estate ventures. You would assume that they could make things work. However, we have ourselves a statement. The Vancouver Thunderbirds, the Vancouver Angels, the Vancouver Minor Hockey Association, they all released a joint statement against the Vancouver Canucks and what's going on with the practice rink. Now, I know what you might be thinking. The immediate instinct upon reading this statement would be, hey, wait a minute. They don't want the practice rink to be built. Oh, that's so bad. But no. Just calm your horses there. Let's go out there and read the joint statement and understand where they're coming from, as well as what's actually being put at stake here. Because I do think that the joint statement is quite insightful, and there are some positive things to take out from it. So Rob Williams went out there and tweeted it. Let's go and look at the images themselves. Vancouver Minor Hockey. Here is a joint statement from the Vancouver Angels Hockey, Vancouver Thunderbirds Hockey, and Vancouver Minor Hockey Association. Representing more than 2,000 minor hockey players and families across Vancouver, the Vancouver Angels, Vancouver Thunderbirds, and Vancouver Minor Hockey Association support opportunities to renew and expand community recreation infrastructure throughout the city. However, we are disappointed by the report that the City of Vancouver and the Vancouver Canucks are exploring building a practice facility that could leverage an existing community rink at Britannia without creating desperately needed new ice capacity. The City of Vancouver has not added a net new municipal ice sheet since the 1970s, yet demand for ice time remains exceptionally strong and continues to grow. Minor hockey associations throughout the city are operating at capacity, and in some cases, they are turning away prospective players because sufficient ice time is not available. The shortage impacts not only minor hockey, but also a wide range of community ice users, including figure skating, adult rec leagues, and other ice sport organizations. With that in mind, we believe this is an opportunity to think bigger and pursue a more ambitious, community-focused vision. Rather than relying on existing ice infrastructure, we encourage the city and the Canucks to explore a long-term solution that would expand access to ice while supporting the Canucks' operational needs and creating lasting benefits for Vancouver minor hockey and residents. What Vancouver truly needs is a modern, multi-sheet ice complex similar to the Seattle Kraken's Community Iceplex, a facility that provides 3 ice sheets and enables the city to host tournaments and other large-scale sporting events. A site such as the northwest corner of the PNE grounds could potentially accommodate a facility like this here that includes a Canucks practice center, new ice sheets, and community amenities, all within a relatively modest footprint. Continued in the comments. A partnership involving the Vancouver Canucks, the City of Vancouver, and a private sector development or operating partner could help expand ice access, manage capital costs, and create a lasting legacy for future generations of Vancouver families. We recognize that this is an ambitious vision. However, given the ongoing shortage of ice facilities in Vancouver and the growing demand from community users, we believe it is a conversation worth having before decisions are made that fail to address the broader needs of the city's minor hockey and other recreational groups. At City of Vancouver, at Canucks, # Vancouver Minor Hockey, T-Bird Hockey, Vancouver Female Hockey, Britannia Ice Rink, and City of Vancouver. Now, where they are proposing a potential new iceplex, if you wanted to use that word, is on the northwest side of the PNE lot, right here where the parking lot is. And yeah, I mean, it's a big parking lot. It's kind of funny because it doesn't feel that big when you're trying to find a parking space here because you're trying to go to, like, I don't know, Fright Nights or whatever, but, like, this is an open lot. It's one lot. And you can say that if this entire lot was converted into an iceplex, it certainly would provide a lot of space for new ice to be deployed and for people to come and use it. The joint statement is interesting because essentially, if you wanted to TLDR the statement, it essentially goes out there and says this: these associations are upset that the purported new practice facility doesn't go far enough because it doesn't solve the needs of these minor leagues. This commenter says, I agree that to support Vancouver hockey, we need more readily accessible, affordable ice surfaces. That being said, these statements do kind of read as, you can't build one for yourself without something for us. I mean, they would potentially be taking away one from the hockey community. That's the concern here. Now, whether or not that is actually correct, whether or not the Vancouver Canucks plan to take away or add another piece of ice into the community, it is something that we need to wait a little bit to get further confirmation on, because the announcement went out there and said that they're going to explore a new hockey development facility with community amenities at the Britannia Community Services Center site adjacent to the existing Britannia ice rink. It doesn't necessarily say second rink. A hockey development facility could be a couple multi-purpose rooms, offices, a dedicated Canucks locker room, and facilities with a tunnel to the rink. Like, it's ridiculously vague. And I think it's fair for minor hockey associations who definitely feel this the most to go out there and explain that, yeah, like, the Vancouver Canucks and the City of Vancouver can plan this all out, but there's such limited space for ice already, and now you're going to start dedicating one of the rinks, or at least one of the buildings that has a rink, strictly to the Vancouver Canucks? What's that going to do for the rest of us? I mean, I suited up for my first beer league hockey season this previously completed year, and we had a pretty great time playing where we played, although it was always a conversation with my friends like, hey, if we're going to come back, if we're going to do a new team, if we're going to sign up somewhere else, what other options do we have? Where else do people play? What other rinks are there? And what other league opportunities are there? That's just the beer league rec hockey league part of it. I can't imagine folks that are actually going out there and visiting Britannia rinks for their practices, whether they're 13 or whether they're 15 or whether they're 8, figure skaters and other public ventures. The amount of ice in Vancouver is limited because this city is really damn tight. And even though you can say there are lots, it's going to be up to the City of Vancouver, the Vancouver Canucks, to not only build themselves a practice rink that fulfills their needs, but also does something that genuinely benefits the greater well-being of the community around them. And that's something the Canucks have said they wanted to do So we'll see how or if they even go out there and respond to this joint statement from the Vancouver Angels Hockey Association, Vancouver Thunderbirds, and the Vancouver Minor Hockey Association. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The Vancouver Canucks have just gotten called out. Do you agree with this assessment? Do you disagree? Why or why not? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.